Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome again to the live stream. Shout out to the NTZ crew, as Jacob Tanjay. I think I saw Michael Beach a life on here. Yeah, I know he's been traveling. I know he's got some good footage coming up. Y'all did some type of motorcycle ride or something. I see you, lad. Thank you. If I'm on the same level as the basketball game, hell, shout out to my members. That's Jeffrey Town. He said, shout out to Cal and the community. All my members, thank y'all. We had a lively members only live stream yesterday. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? He said, my own Boontag. My own Boontag, brother. What's up, Alexander's Home Repairs? What times it travels? All my old heads on here. I saw Doubtful Genius and everybody. Thank y'all for your support over the years. Any new viewers and subscribers watching for the first time, welcome. Anybody catching us on replay, you know we always have a topic, but this live stream is your live stream, I promise. If I can get to it, put it over here, we'll talk about it. I just always like to have a topic because it keeps things running smoothly. The peso is 58.18. It's staying above that 58, which is gravy over here, man. But today's topic is one more reason to look for love overseas. Now, I'm going to look at this differently. You know, this is in addition to all the other reasons, you know, the women are the men and their attitudes in the West, whatever it is. This is interesting, guys. You know, I did a little research on this and I think you're going to like it. But he says, what time is it? Travel says, what time is it? What's up, Cal and Sunshine Shows community? Congratulations, Miss Bulacan 2024. Yeah, she's Miss Universe Philippines 2024. And we got into it yesterday on the members only live stream. This woman is black, guys, okay? Stop with the foolishness. She's not Moreno. She's technically biracial, but over here she's black. Okay, let me read you the headline from the Manila Times. It says, Chelsea Manalo proves beauty beyond color. First ever black Filipino-American to wear the crown. Y'all getting silly, man. Is this how y'all get y'all's attention coming on here? She's not black. Quit using the victim card. Look. This woman's about to change the Philippines, okay? It's going to be the first time they probably ever saw a black person placed on a pedestal in the Philippines. I'm not talking about LeBron James and Stephon Curry and Kobe Bryant and all of them. I'm talking about a Filipino, because she's born and raised here, but she's black. And just because she's famous now doesn't all of a sudden make people colorblind. It's going to change this country. They're going to see a black person on television on a consistent basis, on billboards. Okay, that's very rare over here. There's no black people on TV or anything over here in the movies. She's going to change all of that. And when she brings home that crown, the Philippines will never be the same again. So congratulations, Chelsea Manalo, however you pronounce it, because there's a lot of pressure riding on her. She's not going to say it. The news is not going to say it. If she doesn't perform way up there, I mean, she literally has to win it. They're going to say, oh, we made a mistake. We never should have sent a black lady. But this young lady's elegant. She's got class that of all of us together. She's beautiful. She's very well spoken. Man, the stars are coming together, man. She's going to win that title, guys. But let's leave that. Let's just enjoy the moment. I feel so privileged to be alive to see that. Y'all don't know how big that is. Because you're not over here. You don't live in the Philippines. That's as big as watching the first black president being elected in America. And by the way, I was alive for that. But thank you, What Times It Travels, for bringing that up. I just want to remind y'all, don't come in my comments with that foolishness. Just because she's famous now, don't start, okay? But also, I've got some bittersweet news, and this is going to be a lesson to everybody. I've talked about this so many times about no due process for foreigners over here, but an elderly Philam man was just released from prison after 7 years of being wrongfully imprisoned. The Supreme Court threw out his deportation request, everything, and ordered him released immediately. I put the link in the description of this video. It's very important. Remember I told you, I warned you about a woman scorned over here, a Filipino scorned. Well, his wife, I guess soon to be ex-wife, or maybe his ex-wife now, turned him into the Bureau of Immigration, okay, for falsifying documents associated with his Filipino passport and Filipino citizenship. Come to find out, this man is a bona fide Filipino citizen. He was born here. He moved to America, got nationalized, but once you become 21, you can recommit to the Philippines, which he did. But they didn't research all that. The Bureau of Immigration tossed him in jail, where he languished for 7 years. I don't have 7 years to waste like that. So he's out immediately. Now he's 73 years old. Thankfully, he got out, guys, but he had to go all the way to the Supreme Court. They clearly saw what all the other courts didn't see. This man did not overstay, because that was another thing they charged him with. So just be careful over here. That's all I'm saying. Dot your I's, cross your T's, okay, and remain under the radar, okay? But you can be falsely accused over here like he was. And he languished in jail for 7 years. Okay, you're not in Kansas anymore. What's up, Jabraz? Mr. Man, Daniel, what's up, guys? But yeah, guys, what a great, story that is. I want y'all to read it. What's up, Golden Gate? Yeah, it's Johnny S. Hit the like button, everybody. Also, I just want to talk a little bit about the video. I said what people don't know are the truth about age gap relationships over here. Y'all know I don't talk about that cringy stuff, but something came across my mind while eating dinner the other night with one of my good friends. I consider him one of my best friends in the Philippines. And we saw this age gap couple. She looked to be 20, 21, 22, something like that. He looked to be in his 60s, maybe late 50s. He was looking all embarrassed, and she's happy and proud. The point of the video was, it's these ladies who are pursuing these age gap relationships because it goes against our thinking in the West, unless you're some type of pedophile or something like that. Or you're going through a midlife crisis or something like that. Okay, it goes against our thinking. And you're not going to act against your thinking, but they will convince you that it's okay. And after a while, okay, you'll go along with it, but we're not over here pursuing these young women. They're pursuing us. So I just want to say, cut these men some slack when you see it. Walk in their shoes, because I have. I was 59, she was 22. It's cringy, man, but they don't care. It's no shame in their game. I just wanted to put that out there because there's a witch hunt going on for guys. They're trying to be shamed, and, to each his own, guys. I'm not part of the dick police, but I wanted to straighten that out because she's going to convince you it's okay. Yeah, she's making foreigners of color very proud. There's a lot of pressure on her. Okay, there's a lot of little Moreno kids who are being called names. There's a lot of little black kids over here, black adults, who are looking up to her now, who are feeling better about themselves today. She's making a statement. You're going to say, oh, it's just symbolic, man. Symbols are powerful. Look at the cross. Look at the swastika. It all depends on what they represent. This woman represents real hope for millions of marginalized people over here. Even Filipinos are pushing back on that video. Oh, we don't care about color. Yes, you do. There's no black people on TV over here. I'm not trying to start anything. They're making the big deal. The media is, because it's a big deal. I didn't say it. It's obvious. She's the first black woman to wear that crown, period. Okay? Any way you want to spin that, guys. They've never seen a black person put on a pedestal, surrounded by security. Okay? Given special treatment. She's going to be on television, billboards. She's going to do all the big commercials and stuff. It's going to change the Philippines, man. Even if it just moves the needle a little bit. The needle hasn't moved in 400 years. She's going to move the damn needle. Give the woman some credit. Give those judges some credit. Give the Philippines some credit. Okay? I get excited about it, man, because I'm alive to see it. It's a special moment. But people are acting like, oh, it's no big deal. It's a big damn deal. And when she brings that crown home, you're going to see how big it is. Hey, Mr. Ingo, thanks for that super chat. He said, and hopefully it would inspire an alternative to these damaging whitening soaps and creams these young ladies use over here. Well, I don't know about that. They're going to look at themselves differently, though. I can promise you that. Okay, when she wears that Miss Universe crown back here to the Philippines, she's going to be bigger than Manny Pacquiao. Okay, because there's a lot of boxers, man. There's only one black Miss Philippines. Okay, she's going to open the floodgate. Does anybody remember when Vanessa Williams became the first Miss America? Okay, it's bigger than that. You guys, I tell you. What's up, Don? You know, they're trying to rain on this woman's parade. You know, what's up, Don? This young lady has class written all over. She's elegant, man. Did you see her walk across that stage with all that white on? She's a superstar already. She was made for this moment, man. Some things can't be stopped, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sorry for that. It's written in the stars, man. It's time for change. She's going to blow the doors open, man. She's going to kick it down. She's going to shatter that glass ceiling over here. Yeah, I already showed Booby. Yeah, they not just Booby, but so many. Look at Jenna Lynn, remember? She told her story. Miss Elo, Miss Brooks, who was another black contestant in that. There were two more black. One Miss Elo, and the other one, I can't remember where she was from. But half black American, half Filipino. But make no mistake, she's black. Okay? The victim card. Shut the hell up. He said, rains in Metro Manila since yesterday. Yeah, it stopped yesterday here. We needed it, RV. Welcome back, by the way. I don't know if you've been in the background, but we miss your commentary, brother. I mean it. No, ain't no skin color issues, man. Thank God I'm Dominican. We're past skin color there. Oh, really? First of all, Jose, we didn't make the rules, okay? We're just living in these times, okay? So don't blame it on us, okay? This isn't something that you can just sweep under the rug and I'll be done with it. I'm in the Philippines. I'm not in the Dominican Republic. You black over there too, okay? It's one of the first places they bought the slaves and all that. Yeah, it's a big deal. But let's go to something else. Let's get on the topic. Because anytime you bring up color and race, it triggers people. Okay, how you think we ever going to get over it if we don't talk about it? It's reality. If you think the color of your skin means you're more entitled, that you're superior, you're smarter, more intelligent, more capable, it sounds like That's a mental health issue in 2024. It's junk science. There's nothing in science that proves it. It actually disproves it. So I'll go on with all that stuff. We didn't create the rules, okay? There's no black people on TV over here, in the movies, on commercials, nothing. Game shows at all. That's going to change. Thank you. It's about damn time. Now let's get on to the next. I'm not afraid to talk about it. Is anybody else made a video about that? Of your favorite Filipino bloggers? They're not going to do it. Ask Filipino P to talk about it and how big it is. Huh? She's afraid to do that because they're afraid to talk about race. It's true. They're in denial. Hell, it gets me fired up, man. No, it ain't no get. We got to get past this. Yeah, it's good. Not in our lifetime. Yeah, he says that's sarcasm. Yeah. Okay, let's go. And they black too over there now. Yeah, they right. I mean, you know, the Europeans split Haiti and Dominican Republic. You're on the same damn island. You know, that's the crazy thing. It's the same as with Pakistanis and Indians. They're the same damn people. The Europeans came in there and cut that off and said, now you're Pakistanis and you're Indians. Same damn people creating all that chaos around the world. Y'all better read. History matters. Okay? But let's talk about this. One more reason to look for love overseas. And this is on top of all the other reasons we do it. Oh, we tired of the 304s. We tired of the entitlement. We're tired of the big Shirleys and everything else. But there's one more reason, man. It's to broaden your horizons. You'll become a new creature, man. I looked up some stuff on what happens to us when we enter into a new environment. When we get rid of those stubborn routines, okay? Because a rut, excuse me, is the same as a grave. But I put down here, would I be wrong if I said that most of us live our lives in the same place? We live our entire lives in the same damn place. Unless you had an illustrious military career, are you fortunate enough to have a job that where you travel around the planet? Most of us are stuck in the same place. I was stuck on a 334 square mile speck for the majority of my life. And I tried to judge the world based on that tiny speck. It was wrong. Okay. And, you know, we don't realize that there's more to living than staying tied to that routine, to staying on that speck, okay, or in that comfort zone or that self-constructed box we made for ourselves. It says right here that traveling overseas, listen to this, man, because a lot of us don't know it. We figure something out, something's happened to us or something different when we come overseas, but we don't know what it is. We think it's for a relationship, but relationships really are the icing on the cake. It says traveling overseas positively influences our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. We become new creatures, man, when we start traveling. Okay, when we shatter that routine, because don't get me wrong, routines can have positive and negative effects. But we're going to talk about both. We'll talk about the positive first and how entering into these new environments and getting rid of the routine, it reduces your stress. Okay, and it promotes relaxation. Believe it or not, guys, okay? He said, I was traveling since I was 4 years old. Most people, Michael, Dawsonville, live our whole entire lives in the same place. Okay? We've got a routine because it gives us comfort. It gives us stability. But there's some negatives too about that. Okay, but it stimulates our minds and prevents monotony, man. See, that's why a lot of people are bored. I'd be bored too if I was living in the same damn place, doing the same damn thing every damn day. But the minute you get on that plane and come over here, man, something happens to you. You think it's a woman. No, it happened the minute you got on the plane. The change started happening because you're not used to traveling. You're not used to being on a plane 20 hours. You're giving all the credit to the relationship, to the man or the woman, when that's not really what transforms you. When you made up your mind to get on that plane and go overseas, wherever you're going, you activated something inside of you that's going to make you a better person, man. This is deep, man. And we never look at it. We talk about the fountain of youth and different things like that. But that's really all it is. It's getting out of that comfort zone, leaving that damn speck. You're living on a damn speck, man. You haven't seen the world, man. What you're looking for is out here somewhere. Okay. And it talks about meeting new people. And it says being in different places and around different people encourages us to think differently and see things in a new light. Okay, remember, if you hang around with 4 fools, guess what? You're going to be the 5th fool. He said when you travel to the Philippines, you're not in Kansas anymore. Absolutely, man. It triggers that adaptability. If you read the book, Wake Up and Live by Dorothea Brand, talks about how important adapting is. But if you're stuck in that routine, as human beings, we've got to continue to adapt. That's how we grow. But if you're comfortable, you're doing the same thing, taking the same route home, being around the same people, having the same conversations, you're not growing, guys. It's going to stunt your growth as a human being. Okay? You become more physically active. You do, especially when you come to the Philippines. Because when you come to new places, you have to explore. And exploring means walking, hiking, doing things you never done before. It encourages exercise, really. I mean, this is just one more reason to look for love overseas. You might be dry as a bone right now, and that may be the reason you're looking. But this is just one more reason to get on that plane and come over here, man. Relationships are the icing on the cake, guys. Okay? So much more happens to us when we travel than just meeting some woman, because she has no special powers. If she did, she would use them on herself. She wouldn't use them on you. Okay? The Filipinos acting like they don't see color as a joke. Yeah. Yeah, but that's just being in denial. And see, the first step in recovery from anything is to admitting that you have a problem. You got to get out of denial. So many people walking around here now who are drug addicts, alcoholics, addicts of whatever, but they'll never admit it. They're in denial. I'm okay. No, it's no problem. Okay. But once people realize, I really have a problem, because she's gonna shatter the mold, man. Because they never seen a black person placed on a pedestal over here. This woman's gonna be placed on a pedestal for that year or whatever it is. When she brings that crown home, guys, trust me when I'm telling you, you're gonna see something you never seen before. She's gonna be an international icon. Bigger than anything you've ever seen associated with the Philippines, certainly. Obama's car sold for $1 million damn dollars. That old Chrysler 300, he used to ride back and forth to work and as a community activist in Chicago and all that stuff. It went to $1 million because of what he stood for, of what he represented. Okay, it doesn't matter if you like his policies and all that stuff like that. Okay, you guys should be happy that you were alive to see this over here. Because I don't know, if it'll ever happen again. But it's going to change. It's already changed stuff. But yeah, most of us are in a routine, ladies and gentlemen. But let me remind you that routines have both positive and negative effects. We talked about some of the positive stuff. Let's talk about the negatives, okay? Because now remember, you got to be out of denial. You have to be true to yourself. Many of us are on autopilot, okay? We oftentimes miss out on the best things in life because you're scrolling through your phone, okay? Your man is somewhere else as you're driving home. You miss the sights, the sounds, the smells all around you. You're not present when you're on autopilot. It creates boredom, man. It saps all the energy from you. You're ready to give up. Nobody wants to live that type of life, man. Who wants to live that way? Get off of autopilot mode, man. I know you like that stability. I know you like that comfort. But it's killing you. It's stunning your growth. And you just don't know it. Because you've been doing it for so damn long. People come over here, man, and become new creatures wherever they go. Because it forces them to adapt. It forces you to grow. This is much more important than some woman opening up her legs. Or you saying I do or something like that. Okay, this is what happens to us when we come to places like the Philippines and different things like that. We activate something inside of us that's been dormant for years. Okay? But, you know, it says routines make us feel secure and unchallenged, but they also close us off to all curiosity and excitement. Yeah, here we are, same damn thing, same job. He said, yeah, Kyle says, yeah, you do a lot of walking in the Philippines. He said, they want us to watch DNA now. That's funny. Shit, I'm looking, Chelsea. Yeah, this woman's beautiful. Elegant, though. Classy. Something that Filipinos haven't seen before. You've seen it. That's why you're saying you're making light of it like, oh, it's no big deal. She's not the first Black Miss Universe, but she will be the first Black Filipino Miss Universe. It's very, very big. Okay? Yeah, that's right. He said, I wonder how many Filipino vloggers are talking. Absolutely none. Because she blows them away. It takes the focus off of them and puts it on her. They're not going to do it. They only do it because I'm saying that they won't. Because if they were going to do it, they'd have did it a long time ago. There's people over here who are shell-shocked. They don't know what to think. They've never seen it before. They don't know how to act. Should I be happy? You know, should I be mad? What? Okay? They're not going to do a video on her. It's going to, this woman is so beautiful. If you put her beside any Filipino vlogger, okay, I'm sorry, guys, beauty's subjective, but no, this woman's on a whole other level than these Filipino vloggers, and they're never going to, they'll be jealous of her. Never going to talk about her, man. Then they're going to be like, hey, these guys are going to be coming over here looking for half Black, half Filipino women. We better, keep the focus on us. He said, when is the Miss Universe? Can't wait. September. I already predicted it on my video. It's going to be the most watched Miss Universe contest in quite some time. It's lost its luster. She's going to bring it back. It's huge, man. He said it's the safe zone thing, Calvin. I think some of us just need a push. Yeah, I appreciate what you do. You're helping all of us that hasn't made the jump. That's what it is. That's what they're talking about. This self-constructed box that we build around ourselves, that comfort zone. People love comfort. We want to be comforted. Man, you come 8,000 miles, boy. People are afraid, man. You don't know what to expect, but that's what's going to help you. You got to adapt now. You're going to grow. You're going to become a better human being. You're going to become a new creature. That's what happened to me. I'm telling you from experience, guys. Yeah, he said, not a single one. They're not going to do it. But see, I don't wait around for other people. I don't look at other people's content. I know how to think for myself. I learned that a long time ago. I got out of line, guys, a long time ago. Okay? I don't sit around and look and see what other people are talking about, but I'm telling you, they're not going to do it. It's the biggest thing that happened in their country. You can't compare it to anything in a long, long time. You have to go all the way back to Manny Pacquiao in his prime. Nothing else as big has ever happened like that. Yeah, plenty, not just the ones we follow. That's right. This woman's beautiful, man. Very well spoken, very intelligent, classy, elegant, the whole 9 yards. Are these Filipino bloggers elegant? I don't think so. He said there was a black Filipino player on AC one time, and I was getting a foot scrub. All the girls ran out the parlor to see him. Well, there's actually, I don't know if he's half, I know he's half Filipino, but I don't know if his father's black. I think he is. He plays for the Minnesota Vikings. He came over here and married a Filipina. And they went through the whole process, the CR1 and all that. I think she's in Minnesota with him now. But I want to say he plays for the Baltimore Ravens. No, the Minnesota Vikings. He said he wouldn't stop talking about him the whole entire time. Hey, who is this? Wait. Sperling Edwards, thanks for that super chat. He said mixed races are some of the sweetest looking. Yeah, the only problem is they don't see her as mixed race over here. They see her as black. And people just, now that she's famous and she's headed towards superstardom, now she's not black. But when she was just going to college, being bullied and picked on because of her hair and the color of her skin, she's black. Nobody was paying attention. Now that she's going, her star is going like this. Oh, she's not black. Don't call her black. We don't worry about color over here. All we worry about is, togetherness, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just telling you it's a fact. Look on the Manila Times. It says it right here. I got it wrote down because I was talking about it yesterday. It said, Chelsea Manalo proves beauty beyond color. This is the front page. Headline. First ever black Filipino American. Get over it, guys, okay? Color don't matter. I wish it didn't matter. I'm 60 years old. Well, I'm 60. You might as well say I'm 61 in 2 days. If the creek don't rise, I'm 61, but I'm already 61 because there's 23 hours and 56 minutes and 46 seconds in each day, not 24 hours. They just rounded it off to 24 hours because they dumbing us down in the West and around the world. We're all older than what it says on our birth certificates, okay? Because if you do that every day for over 60 years, there's no telling how old I am, really. I could be 70 years old. I could be 10 years older than what I am. I don't know. But I know that for 61 years, we've been dealing with this. It's not going anywhere, not in our lifetime. I wish it would, but certain people benefit from that. Trump, number one, and people like him, they benefit from that stuff. But thank you, Sperling. But you think just because I don't talk about it, it's not happening? Or if I talk about it, it's going to make it worse? I'm sorry. Well, I'm just, yeah, but you're missing, you're trying to rain on this girl's parade. I've been saying this all along. It takes more than beauty. Look at my video the other day, long before she became the damn Miss Universe Philippines. When I told you that, look, all we go by is the outside. I just did a live stream the other day, Jose, where I said it takes more than beauty for me. It takes more than looks. And I compared it to a beauty pageant. Okay? Everybody on that stage was beautiful. But beauty alone is not going to win those titles. You got to have something else. This woman's authentic. Did you hear what she said when they said, well, how are you going to be able to help Filipino people or women, Filipino women? She said, yeah, because as a black woman, she said, I've already faced the challenges and overcome them. This woman's going to win the Miss Universe, guys. I promise you. You heard me say it first. They don't start until September. She's extraordinary, man. She was born to do this. Okay, it's fate. He says, Mike Dorsenville said, foreigners of color is evolving in the Philippines. I never thought that I would ever see that day. Wow, I've been coming here since 2003. Yeah, same as my mother. You know, my mother was dead, though, when Obama got, so she never saw it. But how many people were crying? And, you know, it was symbolic. It was what it stood for. It did stand for change to them. Okay, even though nothing really changed, to them it was just to see a black man occupy that office. It's the same thing's going to happen here. We never saw it. A black man, you know, pampered, and he had the best, the finest suits on. He got Secret Service people all around him, traveling all over the globe. Man, if you don't think that did something for black people, it did something for me. Okay, because it was during his presidency that I made my ascent. I became, you know, more proud of who I was. I stepped out of the shadow, man. I said, I don't give a damn what y'all think about me. Yeah, y'all crazy. You think you don't understand the significance of this victory because you haven't been paying attention. You're on autopilot. It says it right here. You're in a damn routine. You missing out on the excitement, the awe, and the excitement and the adventure. What else does it say? Okay, it says, if you don't think traveling overseas puts you in a new frame of mind, actually makes you a new human being. It says right here, it says, consider how you feel on a vacation day versus a typical day at home. Let that sink in. This is what happens to us when we start traveling overseas, looking for love. You think it's some woman that changed your life. No, it was the act of traveling, being in a new environment. Okay, brushing off those old rigid routines you've been in for your whole life. Okay, my buddy Smiley, first time he ever traveled international, man, look at him now. He was 40 in his mid 40s. Okay, I was in the military. So unless you had an illustrious military career or something like that, or fortunate enough to have a job that allowed you to travel overseas, you ain't went no damn where. You live your life on the speck. I used to call it a dot. It's a speck compared to the rest of the earth. 197 million square miles. I lived on a speck, a tiny speck. Louisville, Kentucky, 334 square miles. Was it any wonder I was frustrated and depressed and anxious and miserable and couldn't find a good woman? Okay, couldn't get my feet underneath me really. Never could grow into the man that I've grown into since I stepped out of that box. What you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, is out here somewhere. It's not on that spec. Okay? That's all I'm saying. He said, TJ said, New York is full, he's from New York. It's full of wildly attractive women with entirely unpredictable personalities, mostly leaning towards not great. Right. This woman, when she brings home this Miss Universe, she may become the president one day over here. Okay. You're saying, Cal, you're making too much of this. It's only a beauty contest, is it? Do you know how big beauty contests are over here in the Philippines? Do you know how big the Miss Universe is over here in the Philippines? Those previous winners are still riding that wave of prosperity and success and fame years after they won the title. It's really, really big over here. Okay. He said, hey, Cal, have you seen Jalen Green play? American Filipino that plays for Houston Rockets. Yeah, but as big as these, she's gonna bring these people like Jalen Green, like what's the other guy who plays for the Utah Jazz? And there was a young Filipino who did just a remarkable video, and he asked the question to his fellow Filipinos: why don't we embrace our Black Filipino stars around the world who put us on the map long before, you know, the European Filipino stars that we praise so much? And he talked about all that. Well, this woman's going to bring them into light. People are going to start paying more attention to Saweetie and and her and all these. These are big, big stars, but over here they're practically unknown, man. Like they should be. There's no pride really in that, but it will be now. It's just really, like I told you, the Philippines is a throwback. It's just like when I was growing up, there was no black people on TV, man. If a black person was on TV, it was a national event. Everybody watched the damn television. Yeah, he said because in the 60s, the police were fire hosing black people. It's a big deal. It is a big deal. We didn't create the rules. Yeah, her father's a black American. He passed away a couple of years ago. She met him, but she was raised by a Filipino man. Her mother and father got divorced. She married a Filipino man who raised her as his own. He was an OFW, which are the heroes over here, But I contribute that to her mother. The mother's like, look, you want me and my daughter. And that being on that favoritism stuff. You want me. What's up? Yeah, but just consider for a moment how you feel when you're on vacation versus a typical day back home. This is what traveling does to a place like the Philippines. If you're from Louisville, Kentucky, you go to the Dominican Republic, Brazil, Colombia. You know how excited you are. That's how you become when you start traveling. You feel that way on a daily basis. See, I'm fired up, man. I don't need coffee. I don't need any of that stuff, drugs and all that. I'm a new human being because of the fact that I got rid of that routine. I jumped off of that spec. It was no knock on me because I couldn't find a good woman on that damn spec. You know what I mean? Other women it is out here who probably can appreciate a man like me, who wants a man like me, who's searching vigilantly for a man like me. Okay? But I'm staying on the spec like you are over there. And you wonder why you're so damn miserable, why your life is so boring. Well, you've been doing the same damn thing your whole life. You should be bored. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. He said, wow, I can't wait till I retire in Cebu. What's up, Cisco? What up, Beach of Life? Everybody that's over here can vouch for what I'm saying. They know they're not the same anymore. It's not the woman, though. I want to remind you, relationships are just the icing on the cake. The minute you step off that plane and you start taking in the aroma of the Philippines, the new air, the new surroundings, the new environment, you're changed already. Long before you walk out that damn terminal door and see the woman. Yeah, he said, not from. Okay, you just live there. Okay. He said, I'll be a lot more abrasive. Well, this guy was from Harlem who came to visit me the other day. John, great guy, man. W Secrets to Success, thanks for stopping by, man, the live stream. He said, yep, Cal was lit on the morning live stream. You sure you haven't had any coffee? Man, I'm lit up, man, because I become a new creature when I start traveling. You get into these new environments where you got to adapt. You got to grow or you go home. But y'all think that my vlogs, I just be making stuff up. Do you see a couple of, was it last week or whatever it was? I make so many, I forget. When I said, this is why you won't make it in the Philippines over here. I talk about a lot of this stuff. People don't want to adapt. They don't want to grow. You grow or go. That's all it is when you move overseas. He said, welcome to the chat. Yeah. He said, the Filipino people call us Black Americans, but the white Americans simply American. When I met a young lady from Mindanao, she was from a little place called Louisiana. Beautiful place. They made it, and this is 2009. It's since become, they've got a resort and everything there now, because it's right on, I mean, literally White Sand Beach. Okay, and that's where they live, right on the beach. They couldn't believe I was American. Her family, all the friends, because it was a big deal when I came there. They're all around because I bought them a special bottle of Tanduay. You know, I wanted to make a good impression. And the first question was asked was, what part of Africa was I from? Was I from Nigeria? I said, no, I'm American. Oh, they were shocked. And then, you know, they started talking in Visaya, which they speak down there, Cebuano. And I asked, I said, well, what are they saying? They said they didn't know that there was Black Americans. And this is 2009, okay? So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do. Yeah, Oakland born, yeah. Well, no, it's another guy. What's his name? He was just here. He wears the plaits on his head. What's his name, guys? It's not Josh Hart. He played for the Philippine national team not long ago. Man, I forgot. Somebody help me. Yeah. But this is something that's been going on. You're not going to change the Philippines, but she can, and she will, because she's going to be on commercials now. There's no Miss Universe Philippines that's not on commercials and billboards. She's larger than life now. They've never seen that over here, man. Ever. Okay? She's not Moreno. Okay? She's not considered biracial over here. She's considered Black. And that's why she was bullied and called names and color shamed and all of that. He said, I remember when Hans Ward traveled back to Korea. He said, Calvin's the main reason I've decided to move to the Philippines. Thank you. Now, thank you, man. I want to be an example, man. I want to show you that it's possible to change your life, man, but it's hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But don't sit around and complain, man, and don't do nothing about it. He said, that's why some Americans don't want us over here. You know, people are sick, man, with that stuff. You know, they blame it on us. You don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. They, you know, because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But why? You know, moments when Mitch said, you know, he said one of the most profound things I've ever heard in a long time. He said, you know, being white is overrated, because he's dealing with reality. He's not dealing with this propaganda and this, what do you call it? This, when you, they teach you in school, but he knows that, hey, I still got to work hard. You know, I still got to put my pants on and get up in the morning and go to work and all that. And he said it's overrated because he's looking in reality. But on the other hand of that, on the other side of that, it's not overrated. Not if you was a slave, not if you was a Filipino during the time of Spanish occupation and American occupation. See, white wasn't overrated. Okay, that's why you think they want to be white. Why you think Black people wanted to be white at one time? Okay, because they wanted to get that whip off their damn back. You know, they should pray, oh, just let me wake up and be white. So I have to be chained to this damn tree outside all damn night and eat these damn scraps. And I can't travel. I can't go anywhere. I'm treated like an animal. I'm in chattel slavery. That's different than just regular slavery. Black people were property back then. No different than Curly. This damn cows y'all see out here. History matters, man. Y'all better start reading. You didn't just wake up and things are the way they are now. He said, hey, Cal, good day, my friend. Kansas won the title 2 years ago. They don't win it without a great Filipino guard. Yeah. But traveling gets us out of that old mindset. It sees things in a different light. So when you come over here, Philippines is a throwback. You're going to see things that you take for granted over in America. And you're going to grow to appreciate it when you go back home. He said, heading that way in 19 days. Man, I remember you said on your videos, like, I think you messaged me or something. Hell, you had 90-something days, 93 days. Now it's 19. He said, the Philippines is a great place. I feel respected when I'm there. Yeah. Not Jalen Green. Forgot this guy's name. Somebody help me. Yeah, he said, you come into the Devout meetup? Yeah, that would be great, man. I met Danny and Irene before. He said, once you eat some Filipino peach, you won't want sweet potato pie. He said, I'm looking for a new adventure. It lit me up, man. It was like, you know how a spark in the right conditions would turn into a blazing fire. That's what happened to me. This place set me on fire, man. He said, all I talk about is traveling a lot. All I talk about is traveling. A lot of my so-called friends don't want to hear it. Yeah, because they're not there yet. They like that box. They like that spec. They're unhappy. They want you to be unhappy. He said, Google says the time is 10:44 a.m. Yeah, it's 10:51 right now. So I'm 7 minutes behind. He said, Miss Baguio and Miss Cebu were pretty also. They were all pretty. They're all beautiful. That's why they were there representing those other 52 delegates. But it takes a little bit more. See, some things can't be stopped. Y'all don't understand how this works. This woman was not even on the map. She was not a favorite. She was a dark horse, literally. She came out of nowhere, but she was so elegant, so beautiful, so soft-spoken, so well-spoken, so articulate, so authentic that she, you know what they say, the cream rises to the top. She blew everybody else away. And then when they handed her the microphone, it was a wrap. Because usually you hear that old made-up speech when it comes to question and answers. A few years ago, well, several years ago, there was a lady here. She was a Moreno Filipino, okay? She was full-blood Filipino, but she was Moreno, dark-skinned, almost like me, okay? Not quite as dark, but you know what I'm saying, Moreno. And she was teased and everything growing up. Well, she was leading all the way up to the question and answer. All she has to do is just give just a regular, authentic answer, and they placed that Miss Universe crown on their head. They asked her, they said, have you ever done anything growing up that would disappoint your mother? And you know what she said? Nothing major. That was the answer. And that major became like a meme for years. And, you know, she could have said something like, yeah, you know, sometimes I like to hang out with my friends instead of studying. And it really made my mother angry. Or, you know, my mother didn't want me to have a boyfriend, but I had a crush on a guy or something. Just something just real authentic that people could relate to. And she's the winner. She ended up being the second or third runner-up. She messed that answer up. She butchered that answer. But this woman, when they asked her, well, how are you going to change the Philippines? How are you going to help women? Because I'm a black woman. I faced the challenges. I've overcome them. Okay? You don't get no more powerful than that. She said, I'm transformative. Okay? These women are looking up to me now, she says. I'm going to be an example. I'm going to help a lot of people. And she's exactly right. And they won a contest for her, man. If she'd have got up there and said something generic, okay. Hey, William Truesdale, he said, your content is excellent. God bless you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I'm just telling y'all my life, man. I'm excited to be alive because you don't know when you're going to die. No, not Bobby Ray Parks. He's playing now. He's in the NBA right now. I'll think of his name in a minute. See, a lot of times what happens is when you stop thinking about it, your subconscious mind will bring it up on their Rolodex. Because I see him. I see his face and everything. He's a big star in the NBA. He came over here, you know. But this woman's going to be bigger than him. Yeah, she said, I was trying to go on a solo mission to the Philippines. No, the old lady wasn't having it, but she let me go with the boys to Thailand. Thailand it is. Yeah, the Philippines, it's a different animal when it comes to, you know, women and stuff. Okay. You know, he said victim mentality. Your race doesn't matter anymore. Okay. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for the algorithm. See, I'm not going to argue with these people anymore. You can't get me triggered anymore. Troy says, I keep hearing other expats tell me how it's not cheap to live in the Philippines. I get it. You continue to live like an American in the Philippines. I haven't always had an easy life. Well, you're right. See, at some point, man, you've got to make the cost of living work for you over here. But if you don't want to adapt, Troy, okay, if you want to live the same standard that you were living in America, it's going to cost you over here. I don't have a 70-inch screen television. I don't have a new car over here. Okay? I don't have that big furniture and all that stuff over here. As a matter of fact, I went the other way. I'm a minimalist now. I'm going to make this 58.18 peso to the dollar work for me. That's why I came over here. You know, if you want to live in BGC and all this so crazy stuff that these people live in, you know, and come over here and rent a, you know, Angelo Habib is my buddy. He's become a real good friend of mine. He's a single man. He lives in Davao in a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, 2-story in a gated community. Okay, well, it's going to cost you. But no, the experts say that living in the Philippines, the cost of living in the Philippines is 57% lower than living in America. Rent is 83% lower. This is a country of $200 rent. And you're going to get something nice. Okay. I've got a friend I ate dinner with. Okay. Listen to this now. Remember, that depends on where you live, Troy. This is San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. He's rent to own, 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Okay. Just a palace, basically. He lives in there by himself. 25,000 pesos a month. But he's rent to own. Okay. But he said by the time he pays it off, hopefully he's already married. I got a woman he can trust. So he's going to put it in her name. But I'm just saying, guys, 25,000 a month, that's not even $500. I mean, it's a big, gigantic room. But did I tell you it's fully furnished too? Gated and everything. It's beautiful. It just depends on where you live, how you live. Okay. Are you single? Single? Do you got to live in? Does she have children? You know, but I don't have cable. I've got a smart television, but I do have Wi-Fi. I just don't live an extravagant life, man. I don't see the point. Okay, Troy, but yeah, those guys are, That's why, you know, these budget videos are confusing. They're all over the place because everybody's different. Remember, budgets are like assholes. We all got them. Some are bigger than others. But to say that it's not cheap here, that's bull. Okay? Because the biggest bill I've got right now is my electric. And that's because it's El Nino and it's hotter and drier than it normally is. And the cost of electricity is up about 33%, about 30%. But they say it's going to come down again once the rain starts. But no. Where are you going to get? I've got a maid. Well, I don't like to call her a maid. I'm sorry, a helper. For less than $100 a month. Okay. You just got to understand. Nothing in my house costs more than $300. But these split aircon units, and then I bought them a karaoke machine, but nothing I use. I mean, you're in the Philippines, you're gonna delete. I mean, it's like, what's the point then? Hit up the likes, he said. Yeah. Jordan Clarkson, thank you, Mike. That's him. I mean, these people should be huge over here. He should be big. You would think he was bigger. He would be bigger in the Philippines than Steph Curry. See, Steph Curry is the big guy over here now. He's bigger than LeBron over here, believe it or not. But there was nobody bigger than Kobe Bryant in Asia, period. Kobe Bryant was like a god over him. Jordan could not touch Kobe Bryant's jockstrap as far as popularity. I mean, Kobe Bryant was a god over here, man. He came over in 2010. He was one of the first ones to start that Nike where they go around the world. Like basically, you know, China and all these countries over here where basketball is real big. He came to the Philippines, man. You never see anything like it. It was like the Beatles on steroids. There was nobody bigger than Kobe Bryant. And then the LA Lakers, that's still one of the favorite teams over here. But Steph Curry is like the big one now because he came over here. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson. He said, looks like the Timberwolves ran out of gas, guys. Well, you know, pressure bursts pipes, Frank. And we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. You know, but it's unfair to say that he's not as good as Michael Jordan. I can't be as good because how old was Michael Jordan before he made it this far in the playoffs? He was very old. I think he played in his first 7 years before they even made the playoffs or something. You know, past the first round, I know. D Styles says, small world, I'm from Harlem, New York. So shout out to my fellow Harlemite. Yeah, he's down in Butuan. We're right outside Butuan. He said, this is not Manalo's first rodeo. She competed in 2017 for Miss World Philippines and finished in the top 15. I think she will go far in the Miss Universe contest. Yeah, she definitely will. She was young then. Hell, she's only 24 now, so that would have made her what, Mike? 17? But it's her time. That's the point I'm making. You know, there's somebody, I don't know who said it. He says, you can't stop an idea whose time has come. Okay, you can't do it. Okay, these electric cars and all that stuff. No matter you could, nothing can hold them back. It's the same with this woman, man. Her time has arrived. Okay, timing is everything. Okay, it's time for change over here. I put it out there in the universe. I did not want Booby to go through what Jenna Lynn went through, what Chelsea Manalo went through, what Miss Brooks from Iloilo went through, what every half black, half Filipino goes through over here. It's 2024. Okay, and I'll be damned if I don't look up and a black woman wins the title, man. I put it out there. Is it a coincidence? No. The time is now. Frank says, I'm not paying more than $500 a month for a rental in the Philippines. If you pay $500 a month, you're going to get something nice. How much were you paying, Mike, on that first condo you were staying in Cebu with the swimming pool on top? I don't think you were paying that much. Right in the Cebu business district, around everything, Ayala Mall, everything. You can find it. It is very subjective. It's an argument that's going to go on forever. You can make those budget videos every day, twice on Sunday. People are going to click on them, and that's what they do. But until you get boots on the ground over here and see for yourself, and your tastes are your taste. I wasn't a 5-star guy in America. So what? I'm not going to be a 5-star guy over here. I was a 2-star over there. I'm a 2-star over here. Period. Hey, W Secrets to Success Blob. He says, the eye test says he isn't good as MJ. Yeah, I mean, that's subjective. I'm just saying, though, the guy's young. Okay, he's 22. Michael Jordan. Look it up, because I can't look it up. You can. Look it up right now. When's the first time he went? How many years was he in the league before he went to pass the first round? Because remember, it's a team game. Michael Jordan could not have achieved all his success if he didn't have Pippen, Grant, and all them people around him. Kerr. They had a phenomenal team, man. Tony Kukoc. How many Hall of Famers was on that team? Same with Bird and all them guys. How many Hall of Famers did Bird and Magic play with? But that's just our society. We always want to take cherry pick. We'll take Jordan and put him up here. And see, when people talk about LeBron, a lot of the people who say LeBron ain't the GOAT, they're looking at LeBron now. They were too young to remember when LeBron destroyed the league. There was nobody could do anything with LeBron. He was just as dominant as Jordan was. But they're looking at him now at the end of his career and saying, oh, he ain't the GOAT. Look at him. He's flopping and all that. Man, he's doing what he has to do because he's been in the league 20 years. He's 40 years old. He's smarter now. But at one time, it was just his physical ability. Go back and watch him when he first came in the league. But if you really want to watch LeBron at his peak, look at him when he was with the Miami Heat. It's some highlights, man, that'll blow you away. You'll be like, this is the GOAT. But it's all subjective. He said, my daughter's also black. Panay, I feel all that. Yeah, I mean, you got to walk in people's shoes, is what I'm saying. Okay, race is not subjective. Racism is not subjective. It's history there. There was laws on the books where black people, you had to sit in the back of the bus. Okay, you had to give up your seat to a white man if he got on there and there was no more seats, or you go to jail. You had to sit in the balcony at the movie theater. If you went to the restaurant, if they served you, you had to go through the back door and be served. They had laughing barrels on the side of the street. A black man couldn't even laugh in public. If you laughed, you had to put your head down in the damn barrel to laugh. It wasn't that long ago. Okay? Stop with that bullshit, man. Race is real over in America. It hasn't went anywhere. It's just more subtle now. Well, it's coming back up. But y'all get all stupid when you talk about history, when you talk about facts. It'd be a difference if I'm making shit up. When I was born in 1963, black people couldn't even vote legally. Okay, it might have been on the books. They didn't sign the civil rights law and then, the voting rights bill to 64 or something like that. If you was black and you showed up at a voting booth, you put your life on the line. They'll let you vote. Yeah, they'll ask you some stupid questions like this. This is America that you live in right now. Look it up. How many bubbles in a bar are sold? Okay, this is the kind of question they would ask you. And if they let you vote, they would blow your damn head off after you left. Don't tell me. He said, Calvin, I follow one guy who moved into a house for the next 10 years. His deal is to fix up the house little by little and has a 10-year lease. No money's exchanged for the next 10 years. Wow, that's pretty good. But 10 years is going to go quick. And, the Filipino is going to be rich. Okay, because a lot of people do that, though. Because just like Troy said, okay, he said a lot of people say it's expensive over there because they want to live the American lifestyle. I know several guys who moved renting houses over here and they fix them up to their standard. The landlord didn't tell them to do it. He don't take anything off their rent. They just do it because they say, okay, I'm gonna live here. I want to be comfortable. What's up, boo-hoo? Yeah, the GOAT debate and all that, man. It's different. It's old. It don't make sense. But we like to argue, Jacob. You know that. We like to argue over there. So the guy jumps on my, one of those Thailand guys. I got rid of him because I said, dude, you're on the wrong channel. He jumps in the argument. Stop. He didn't say, well, technically she's biracial, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Right. He said, stop identifying that woman as a black woman. She's biracial and she doesn't have a black culture. She wasn't raised black. And I'm like, dude, so you the authority on blackness now? That black people have the same culture around the world. You see how stupid people are, but they think they're smart because this is their 15 minutes of fame. They come in your comments. I got rid of him because he's always in the Thailand doing the same thing. Dude, you're in the wrong channel. I don't have time for that. He said, Frank, what are you paying in rent for your home country? He said, you will be living good for $500 for rent. Yeah, that's what he said. He's not going to pay more. You defeat the purpose. I'm in the Philippines. It says 57, the cost of living across the board is 57% lower than in America. Rent 83%. So why would I want to come over here? It's your money, though. And that's why the budget arguments aren't never going to go anywhere. They don't add up to nothing. We're going to argue back and forth all day long. Before we built this house, I was living in a 2-bedroom modern place. Renovated, okay. 8,500 pesos. That would be about $150 a month right now. 2-bedroom, okay. I bought my own aircon. Yeah, Bull's bench was deep. You're damn right. Man, Tony Kukoc was no joke. He was long before Don, what's his name? And the other guy who just won the MVP. But we wake up. Everybody wants, he's the best of all time. Man, stop with all that. Just enjoy people. My what? My parcel. Oh, how much is it? That's some. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to borrow that from you. Do you have it, Lola? Do you have that? I'll give it to you when I go to the ATM. Because I gave Marilyn the money. She went out of town. Yeah, that's my parcel. I got it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Marilyn went to one of her best friends. His mother died. I was going to go with her, but I said, no, just go ahead because I don't want you, worrying about me because, I can't speak the language. And, it's such a sad time. And they're good friends of mine now, really good friends of mine. And they're in an age gap relationship because somebody asked me when I did my video yesterday, said, do you see many Filipinos? I actually do. Because remember, a Filipino wants you to be dependable and responsible. He's a police officer for 30 some odd years. She works at a finance company. But I believe he's about close to 30 years older than her, over 25 years. And they just look like a good couple. They're great people. Hey, thanks, W Secret to Success, for that super chat. He says, not comparing championships. I'm referring to talent. of MJ versus other, NBA players. Yeah, he was the best player way before winning his first title. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. See, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a time that we did. We seen some of the greatest in everything. Look at Tiger Woods. If you want to talk about a GOAT, he's the GOAT of all GOATs. Nobody dominated the sport the way Tiger Woods did. Look it up from 1997 to 2009 or 2008. He was 1,000 strokes ahead of the next guy. Man, he dominated. Look at was it 2001 when he became like only like the first modern player to hold all 4 major championships. Man, I don't even really watch golf. I started when he, ascended to his greatness. But if you want to see some highlights, better than any football highlights, better than any basketball, baseball highlights, watch Tiger Woods in his peak. Go on YouTube, man. That's the beauty of YouTube. And watch the 2000 U.S. Open, the 2001 U.S. Open, where he just blew away the field. He set all kinds of records, man. You know, we're fortunate to be in the time that we are. To see all this stuff, Obama, now Chelsea, Tiger Woods, and all that. Kobe Stewart said, hey, Cal, I always had a routine when I was living in the U.S. In the Philippines, my 3 major routines are eating healthy, the gym 5 times a week, and a road trip from Cebu to Cavite. Yeah, but I mean a rigid routine. Like you take your same route home from work. You get up at the same time. You eat the same foods. Okay, you go to that same job over and over. You know, routines have positive things. Like you said, they give you that stability. They give you that comfort. But they can be limiting, man. They can stunt your growth. Okay? But I guarantee you, I've seen you. I've met you before a couple of times. If you was as good as you are now in America, man, I question, well, why are you here? Because you're in damn good shape now. You look damn good to me now. Something's happened to you by making that move. But you're a military guy too, see? And that's kind of different. Most of us, Kobe, we live in the same place our whole entire lives. We do the same thing, hang around the same people. You are different. And by the way, at that meet and greet, remember the guy jumped on Joseph, okay, and made a video about it, right? Supposed to have been trolling me, right? Because he said Joseph said something negative in his comments. Well, you did too. But you 6'1", 200, nothing but muscle. And he didn't say nothing to you. Okay? He says, I'm paying $18,000 a month for a 2-bedroom. It's about $315 US. Yeah, great price. Absolutely. Okay. But if you want to come over here and you want to, a lot of people, they're stuck in the routine. Their thinking hasn't changed. Oh, I'm keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, you live in Valencia? I'm going to live in there. You live in BGC? I'm going to live there. You got a new car? Let me get one. You got a Harley Davidson? Let me get one. Okay. I'm not with that. It said JG BK says, I live in Brooklyn. You can't rent a closet for $500 a month. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You got to take advantage of the lower cost of living. Otherwise, man, you're going to be in for a big shock. You're going to spend just as much money here as you are at home. I don't know about that. But that's the reason a lot of people don't move to the Philippines and different places like that, because they say, oh, they hear about the $1,000 per month and all that, right? But when they come over here, they're not willing to make the sacrifices. Okay, they're not willing to cut back and to adapt. So they'll say, well, hell, for me to live the lifestyle that I'm going to be comfortable and I'm enjoying, it's going to cost me $3,000 a month. I might as well move to the Dominican Republic or Mexico, somewhere closer. I'm going to make the sacrifices. I'm going to make the adjustments. Because I'm simple. I've always been simple. He said, yeah, I think 20,000 is a sweet spot for renting the big cities. Well, especially where you were living. I had a brand new condominium. They called them condominiums. They were really apartments, 2-story, but it was open with a big patio and everything like that. In 2010, I was paying $15,000 for a 2-bedroom, small 2-bedroom, but remember it was just me and her in Cebu, Labangan. May God bless her soul. Yeah, he said in the second, third, fourth class cities, you can find the same amount of comfort for $10,000. Absolutely right. See, this is what it confuses a lot of people when they're talking about those budgets, Mike. You've been over here, See, I live in a second class city, which is nothing to shake a stick at. It's just something the Philippines has created. I don't even know how they come up with them, because St. Carlos City is second class. I think it's the amount of taxes they pay or something. I don't really know. Dumaguete's a third class. But St. Carlos City, even though it doesn't have a lot of the Western foods and all the foreigners and the beautiful boulevard and everything, it's clean. It's 10 times cleaner than Dumaguete. It has 10 times less traffic. It's more of a retirement place. Dumaguete, they've designed it to be a tourist place now. And the location and everything. But you'll like Dumaguete. Yeah, Jordan was a bad boy. He said, I was in the military. We were all green and bled red. To hell with that racism crap. Yeah, but remember, you was indoctrinated. That's the word I was using to get to that point. Okay? Even though I was in the Navy, there was racists in the Navy. Some people didn't get that memo. You have to be ignorant to be walking around as if anybody should be angry and hateful. It should be black people, but we're not. Against each other, yeah, but we should be. If there was any homegrown homegrown terrorists, it should be black people, but we're not. Imagine that. Okay? If anybody should be blowing up buildings and all this stupid stuff that, these terrorists do, homegrown terrorists do, it should be black people. We don't do it because we know our place. Okay? It's been beat into our subconscious mind. But actuality means we should be, see, that's why a lot of white people, when you start talking about race, they get afraid because they're wondering, is this the day black people going to wake up and exact revenge against, white people for the history of what's happened over in America? But we're never going to do it. You get offensive. Okay, you go on the defense, I wasn't living back then. Well, damn it, neither was I. But I'm paying for it. I'm still paying for it. I didn't live back there either. He says, hey, Cal, can a cheap 115cc Honda scooter get you everywhere? Do I need a 150? Yeah, you need at least a 125. Okay, a 150, yeah, you're there. 150, 155. Most people have 150, 155, 160. I'm talking about foreigners. There are some foreigners with a 125, but there's a lot of heels and, here. But if you're just going to be in the city, the 115, but I wouldn't do the 115, man. Come on. He said, hey, Kobe Stewart, are we related? He said, for real, dude? I'm so glad I served and got to experience that. Oh, I already read that. Sorry, Martin. No. You don't need no 100cc. You know how little that would be? A 125 is going to be little, even if he's an average size American, a foreigner. Maryland, we've got an NMAX. I think it's the same thing Michael Beach Life has. You don't want no 100. Yeah, you want to go with a bigger 150 or more. The NMAX is 155. Hell, they got a 300, the X-Max, but that's too damn big for the Filipinos roads. He said, people always comparing Tom Brady as a GOAT to Mahomes. Yes, they beat KC in the Super Bowl, but they are comparing a QB in his prime to one just starting. Right. Come on, let's compare stats in 15 years. Let's enjoy. We enjoyed the Tom Brady era. Let's enjoy the Mahomes era now. I just like seeing them play. It does. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter to me who's the best. That's subjective. That's why they say don't argue with politics, religion, sport. It's all subjective. If you say Mahomes is better, who can I say? How can I tell you he's not? I know he's an amazing quarterback. I mean, imagine what's happening in Kansas City. Raise your hand if you really believed that Kansas City, even the Kansas City Chiefs, did not know they were going to become a dynasty before, until now. Now that it's happening, because it never happened. When you say Kansas City, you don't think about dynasty, but now they're a legitimate dynasty. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with Mahomes, but hell, Kansas City, man, wasn't even making the playoffs on a consistent basis when they had those running backs and stuff. I don't even remember who the quarterback was before Mahomes. Okay, I've been following football my whole life. I can't remember. That goes to show you, how good he is. Hey, Eric, what's up? But yeah, guys, don't come over and cheat yourself either. Bow down 100cc. Man, Booby can ride a 100cc. You look like a damn clown. In the damn circus, they got them clowns that get on them little bitty ass bikes. You know how little 100 is over here? It's so little, man. Your knees will be hurting. Every bone in your body will be hurting. Because that's what they had. That's what they use when they take you up the mountain. When I used to go see my son in Naga, in Lanao, in Lanus. And man, by the time I got up there, my damn knees would be hurting. Because they're little. I mean, they're super little. He said, majority of Filipinos want to see a Mavs Celtics in the finals. Yeah, but they're big Golden State and LA fans out here. First LA, and then, now Golden State when they went on their run. But Kobe Bryant was, you can't even call him a superstar. He was beyond that. I remember I was riding in Cebu and the taxi driver asked me, did I know Kobe Bryant? Like, yeah, I know him. I don't even live in LA, but this is like 2010. And I'm like, yeah, I know him. And, there's 10 million people in LA. Even if I did live in LA, like, you know how big Kobe Bryant was? He was really big, man. He said, well, with Biden ruining our country to see how we have enough Americans with common sense to vote for Trump. Bullshit, man. Either one of them. I was talking about this yesterday. It makes my head hurt. That's why I don't watch the news over there. Because I'm thinking, like, has time stood still? Who over here is looking forward to a debate between Trump and Biden? I'm not. Is this the best that the United States has to offer? No. That lets you know there's something going on over there, guys. Wake up. Y'all been woke too long. I'm so disappointed. The people are just sitting around like a bunch of damn sheep. The man better over there. Trump and Biden. Come on, man. They're getting geared up. I was on Yahoo the other day. They're gearing up for their June debate. I'm like, I'm not excited about that. There's nothing to be excited about. They both going to be going to sleep at the damn podium. And come on, man. It makes America look bad. I'm sorry. Okay? And I'm sorry, guys. Y'all going to have to stand up over there. He said, Calvin, you're 100% correct, but that's why they fear us. Yeah, they think that, this is going to be the day that black people wake up and exact revenge, but we'll never do it. Religion, number one, is a roadblock, okay? And then fear, okay? Black people knew better than to storm the Capitol. White people did that because they knew it wasn't going to be a massacre. If Mexicans would have did it, Asians, black people, anybody else but white folks, it would have been 400 people dead or more. Imagine if black people would have rushed that Capitol. And y'all acting like there's no white privilege. You're damn lying. Either live in reality or shut the fuck up, man. Y'all piss me off with that stuff. You're getting damn well black people ain't gonna rush that Capitol like that. That's privilege there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about money. Yo, you got to get out and work just as hard as I do and pay taxes and everything like that. But don't be fooled and think you're not giving the benefit of the doubt, because you are, because of your color and because you live in America in the West. Look it up if you don't believe me. There's a book called The New Jim Crow. Okay. And in the book, she states some FBI figures, which you can easily look them up if you don't believe it. But black men in America are 4 times more likely to be stopped by the police on suspicion of having drugs, guns, and paraphernalia. Okay, let that sink in. We're stopped 4 times more than white men. Okay, white men in America are 4 times more likely to possess guns, drugs, paraphernalia, if and when they're pulled over. But they're not going to pull them over. If you see 4 white men in the car, oh, they're going to play golf. If you see 4 black guys, oh, they're going to do a drive-by or robbery or something. Okay? Shut up, guys. This is 2024. Crazy. He said Nat Turner's are extinct. So I'm convinced. Yeah, because, you see what they did to Nat Turner. And, believe it or not, they said it was an old scary Negro that turned him in. But, people get on my nerves when they're all in denial about this racism in America. That's why America will never be the greatest country in the world, because they want to hold on to that. Hold on to that damn privilege. And they get angry. Oh, it's not privilege. It is privilege. They're not shooting white men in the back over there. They're not afraid of white people. That's why a white man can fly under the radar, go into a school and kill innocent first graders. If you're a black man, if you think about going and get a gun, they're going to lock your ass up. Don't tell me we felt afraid for our life. You stupid nut. You got all that weapons, training, and all that backup behind you, and you scared of a man with a cell phone. Don't give me that bullshit, man. That's what makes me mad. It just makes me mad because people are in denial. Like y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing. But they want you as a black person to think that you're crazy. You're seeing stuff. You're making it up. Oh, you're a victim. No, I'm seeing reality, man. That's why I got the hell out of there. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. People are crazy. Oh, okay, Alex Smith. Yeah, I didn't know. You can't sit down and have a decent conversation on race. I was bust. Okay. You know why I was bust? You know what busting was all about? Because the school boards were giving all the funding to the white schools and none to the black schools. So they said, they come up with this genius idea. Well, let's just make it even. Let's shift the black people out to the whites and shift the whites to the black areas instead of just evening up the funding. So now I got to fight the Ku Klux Klan every morning just to go to school as a 7th grader. Man, y'all better shut up, man. Let's get off another subject. Let's do something else. Because that's what makes me mad. Yeah, Alex Smith, yeah. But you're right. Yeah, there was no, Kansas City, they know they could. That's why they're so happy, Kansas City Chiefs now. It was like they hit the lottery. It's like, there's no way you could have ever imagined, Danny, and I know you've been a fan your whole life, that you would ever see a dynasty in Kansas City of all places. It's such a small market. And that's why Mahomes signed that old effed up contract. He signed an effed up contract. It sounds big, but really it's not. He's not the highest paid. He should be. He said they got good when they hired Andy Reeves as head coach, and Mahomes, who was great, learned from Alex Smith. Well, he didn't learn a lot because he wasn't there a lot. I mean, you know, what was he there, 1 year? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, totally different. That's what we're talking about, Kobe. It says right here, it says, being in different places and around different people encourages us to think differently and see things in a different light. See, you don't face all the stuff you was facing over there, over here. What's up, Elad? Yeah, it don't matter, but I'm just saying, you know, at least trick us. They're not even trying to fool us anymore. At least try to fool us. I mean, you know, that's privilege, man. If there was a black man with a record and going through everything Trump is going through right now, do you think he'd be able to run for re-election? I mean, not re-election, but do you think he would come anywhere near being the representative of the Republican Party or any party? Hell, he'd be on the damn working party in jail some damn where. He said, I still can't get over Kobe dying in that damn helicopter. Yeah, man, you know, there's a lot of talk going around, you know, him being who he was. But I never blame the victim. I don't know what happened. I just know that it went up when all the other helicopters were advised not to go up there, not to fly. And, you know, don't give me that, oh, it's the time to die, it was written in the book type of stuff. No, I'm sorry. You know, if that's the type of supreme being you following, that those little innocent kids died too, that never did anything, they hadn't lived long enough to do anything and then died viciously as they died. See, it's a lawsuit that she won because, you know, these ignorant people over there, they're taking pictures of Kobe Bryant. And you can go on YouTube and see the condition of his body. And everybody on there, when they found it, was gruesome. They were drinking and showing pictures of the man. Okay, human beings are not divine creatures. You know, if you consider that divine, the way we butchering each other and everything like that, yeah, two 80-year-olds running for president, yeah. It just goes to show you there's something deeper behind the scenes going on. And that's what they do. They get us so focused on there that we forget what really matters. The school board, city council, your mayor, your state representatives, your governor, the people are really impacting your life. It's not Trump and Biden. But we'll sit here and we'll argue about Trump and Biden all day because we're dumb. They've dumbed us down. The media has too much power over there. If you watch it over and over and over, you're going to get in that loop. It doesn't matter who's in the seat. You can't name me 4 Supreme Court justices without going on Google. They're the ones who impact your damn life. Not that damn president. Okay, Troy, take care. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. We'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. And you ain't not going. That's probably got to be the most boring. All they're going to do is say the same thing over and over. Israel, they're going to talk about their support of Israel, taxes, the military, and what else? Education, whatever it is going on, whatever it is going on right now over there. Okay, nothing that's really going to do anything. Okay. Yes, Trump and Biden. Because they're getting rich. You know, Obama was a community activist, dude, before he ran for president. Now you live in a $13 million house in Washington, D.C. some damn where. Yeah, he says the minimum age to run for president is 42. Why don't the laws have a maximum limit of like 65? That makes damn good sense. But see, if you're not gonna push back and say, hey, to your state and local representatives to put that on the ballot, that's what we don't do. You can't name 3 people on your school board. You certainly can't name your city council because you don't care. You're worrying about Trump and Biden, which has very little effect on your life, really. I mean, really, I just don't. I can't. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it would have been a bloodbath. But I don't live in hypothetics. But that is hypothetically speaking. Okay. If black people would have stormed that Capitol, man, they'll still be picking up bodies off the ground. Okay. Oh, they won today again? Well, no, that's one of the places, dude. He's got a $13 million house in Washington, man. You better read another newspaper. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, he said vote Democrat or vote Republican. Either way, you're screwed. The president is nothing more than a puppet on a string, a spokesman for Congress, and everything else that you're saying, Danny. You're absolutely right. The working man and woman screwed over there. And we're standing back doing nothing. So that's why people are looking around and say, hey, there's got to be another way to live. There's got to be a better way. Because they haven't given me nothing. Oh, you living on, it's only because of America that you're able to live in the Philippines. But I earned every damn penny. They didn't give me nothing. Okay, the money I'm living on, I earned it on YouTube and through my insurance company. Okay, my renewals. But I work for man. They haven't given me nothing. It's not like they're giving me a food stamp check over here, a AFDC check over here. Then I'd be a hypocrite. But free speech, I'm an American, so it's okay to demand better of my country. Okay? Because I'm 61, man. And things haven't got better. They've gotten worse. I got children and grandchildren over there. But if you bring it up and you demand better, oh yeah, look at you, you're ungrateful. So I'm just supposed to just sit around and let it happen like everybody else. I got out of line a long time ago. Yeah. As if he overturned Roe versus Wade, the affirmative action and all that. It looks like the Celtics versus Mavericks. Well, so far it does. They all do. He said, I pay taxes, but I stopped voting. No, that's not why I'm here. Yeah, because they ran me out of there. He said, the Capitol riots, true, Cal. In 1985, the Filipino Police Department dropped an actual bomb on the roof of a building filled with unarmed black women and children. In fact, Google moved. Yeah, I know. I remember that. But they want to act like history don't matter. Okay, and they sweep that under the map. I mean, under the rug. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm sorry. By the time people stand up over in America, it's going to be too late. You got 5 people, okay, that don't have the damn wealth in America. How crazy is that? Yeah, the Democrats, this is another thing that they fooled people, especially black people. They don't know the KKK and all the Dixiecrats and all that were Democrats then. It was only when Nixon came in. And Nixon said, hey, we need them votes down there. How can we flip that from red to blue? How can we flip it? Okay, I know what we'll do. We'll come up with this tough on crime bullshit, meaning tough on black people. Yeah, we'll call it a war on drugs. Now, it's a war on black people. And it turned democratic states like Kentucky into republic states now. Okay, I can't remember the last time a Democrat won the state of Kentucky. Okay, it was a red Democratic state. Okay, he said, I can't wait to get out and never be forced to talk about, yeah, well, it's the right place, really. I only talk about, sorry guys, I don't know what happened. There, oh. I only talk about it when I'm on here. When I'm on here talking to what 80% of my viewers or 90% probably are American. Otherwise, that's one thing I love about the Filipinos. They don't talk about this stuff. They certainly don't argue about it. Let's look at something else that, you know, this is just another reason to come overseas to look for love, among other things. First of all, your life's going to change just from you coming over here, whether you get with a woman or not. Okay? But adventure, here's what it says. Adventure associated with travel invigorates us. We need to break out of these rigid routines, and traveling overseas helps us to do that. Be honest, man. How many of you guys watching this have lived in the same place your entire life? That's why you're sick of it. You're tired of where you are. You're bored. Okay, you're frustrated. You're depressed. You're anxious, man, and all of that. You're stressed out. You see the same damn people complaining about the same damn thing, the same women. All y'all doing is exchanging girlfriends and wives. You know, that's the one thing that really amazes me. See, what I don't know won't hurt me. But I'm not going to marry somebody that I know you and your husband, and y'all were together for so many years and all that. James Baldwin said, I must think of myself as black because you think of yourself as white. It's true. But we've got to play the victim, they said, because we bring up facts. It's not like we're making up stuff. And then they'll say, well, I wasn't living back then. Well, neither was I. But I've got to pay for that. I'm still paying for it. I'm 60. When I was 10 years old, I told my mother, well, I'll be glad when I grow up so I don't have to deal with this racism stuff. I said that at 10. 50 years later, it's worse. And little did I know, I was a little innocent 10-year-old living out in Newburgh. I remember it like it was yesterday. That's right. Everybody knows this. You know, but this is a great comment. He says, studies of the genomes of over 300,000 volunteers around the world have found that we are all 99.8% genetically identical. Skin color is as relevant as eye color. Exactly. Somebody's pushing this narrative, though. It's these politicians. That's how they get votes. It was the same when back in the slavery days. There was white people who were just as poor as the damn slaves. They wasn't chattel property, but they were just as poor. So they said, well, how do we get all the whites to come over on one side? Yeah, we give them a reason to. We make them feel better than, even though you're poor as hell, you're starving, you're uneducated, you don't wear any shoes, we're going to indoctrinate you to believe that you're still better than the black man you're working right next to. And it's worked to perfection. It's worked to perfection. Whether you want to believe it or not, we're all identical. We're human beings. But they're pushing that racism stuff. Why do you think it stayed around so long? Y'all don't even know why the police was established in America. To round up runaway slaves. It wasn't to protect and serve. because they don't protect and serve me. They protect and serve rich people, celebrities, business people, okay? Because anybody can come and kill me at any time. Now, what they'll do, they'll investigate, but it's too late. I'm dead. I'm pushing up daisies. There's nobody really patrolling my neighborhood. They occupy my neighborhood at home. You go out in Hurstbourne Lane and all them fancy places, those police are hard to patrol around there. You better not even come inside that neighborhood. Your ass is grass. They don't protect and serve me. Police are not a deterrent anyway for crime because they don't they don't prevent crime. They solve crimes. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. But you know, you can twist the Bible around all you want. Y'all cherry picking that Bible. It's some crazy stuff, evil stuff in that Bible. You know, I was reading an article the other day and said most Christians have never read the Bible from cover to cover, but most atheists have. You know, y'all pull that stuff out of your ass when you need it. You take it out of context. It means absolutely nothing. But if it's real to you, I can't convince you that it's not. But don't bring that Bible into the discussion. It just adds more layers of bullshit on here. He said, I think 100 years ago, black intellectuals called us a racism industry. Frederick Douglass, George Washington Carver, etc. Well, George Washington Carver, believe it or not, was sold for a damn horse. He was traded for a horse. Look it up, it's true. And then when the crops were going so bad down in South and they asked for his help, he had to ride basically a freight train way in the back to give his speech to Congress about how to fix the debacle of crops down there because they're just trying to get all they can out of their cotton. And he says you can't keep planting cotton after cotton after cotton. You got to let you got to refurbish the land. Okay, plant sweet potatoes in between crops of harvest and all that. He revitalized that. A black man did that. And he was still a ninja. Okay? Don't tell me, man. Y'all don't read. Y'all think history don't matter. It matters. It don't matter what color you are, dude. It has nothing to do with your character. It's some bullshit they made up to stay in power. That's all. We're not talking about all whites, like we're not talking about all blacks, but we're just saying, okay, they put us all in one basket. White people get the benefit of the doubt. When a white man goes into a school, because that's who's doing it, and killing all them innocent people, it's an isolated event. Let one black man get caught selling crack and we all crack dealers. Okay? They said, oh, that P. Diddy video is not going to affect black people. You a damn lie. Okay? They always think the worst of us anyway. Now we're all women beaters. Okay? All right? We're all Neanderthals and thugs. Don't tell me. I grew up in America my whole life. I'm not an ignorant. They get mad at me because I tell the truth. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. Whether you believe it or not, whether you agree with it or not, I don't care. What you eat don't make me shit. Your paycheck don't pay my bills. So I don't give a damn what you think. You want to stay in the line over there like some kind of dummy? I'm not. I'll keep bringing it up. Yeah, because it's all connected. There's no past, present, and future. It's all together. All that time is man-made anyway. The reason things are the way they are now is because of what was happening back then. So I don't want to hear that stuff. How many Bibles is it? No, It's not that. See, that's what they use. They say, well, that was my grandfather back in his day. I wasn't back there. Well, neither was I. So why should I have to still deal with all them old ass, all that old legislative and policies? And here I am. I'm still having to deal with, because you certainly aren't doing anything to overturn it. You're just standing back. I don't have nothing to do with it. Well, do something. Because if you do something, if you stand up, you can get rid of racism. You can make change, because they're going to listen to you. Okay? They're not going to listen to me. So if you want to sit there and say, I didn't have anything to do with it, well, you're not doing anything to help change it either. That would help. That would go a long way. He said, I do love peanut butter. That's right. And that's what we're doing. You know, but honestly, until I started my YouTube channel, I didn't think of race and stuff as much. Only on these live streams do y'all get me hyped up about, because you bring back memories. I've been out of that stuff for a long time. Okay, but I guess it takes even longer to get the matrix out of your bloodstream, because that's part of the matrix. Because normally that's one of the reasons why I moved out of America, because of that triangle of death. The thugs, the tension with the hypertension, and the police. It's what's killing black men over there. He said W.E.B. Du Bois called it out too before moving to Ghana. Yeah. Well, you know, he talked about the veil, that double life that most black people have to live. We live behind a veil. We got to pretend like we're okay with shit, man. We better not make any noise or something like that. So we got to, that's why you think we die of heart attacks and strokes more than anybody else. We got to grin and bear this shit, man, because we're afraid to do anything about it. You know, white people aren't going to put up with the shit. If you just see the little shit they have to deal with, they'll storm the Capitol. We don't have that luxury. So we got to hold it in, so then we take it out on the persons around us. So they created this black on black crime bullshit, right? We're not doing anything that nobody else does. Black people aren't getting on planes coming over here killing Filipinos. Filipinos are killing Filipinos. You know why? Because the victim and the perpetrator, we live within close proximity of each other. That's why you see black people killing black people. Who you think killing white people? Black? No. But they'll spin the numbers. Oh, more blacks that kill whites than whites that kill blacks. Okay, well, that's probably the way it should be, don't you think? If you want to spend them crazy numbers. But about 84% of white people who are killed by other white people. Okay? Sorry. But yeah, adventure associated with travel invigorates us. See, these are the type of conversations you're not going to be able to have over here in the Philippines. That's why it's very important. Like I was telling my buddy John the other night, that you move to a place when you initially come here where you can sit around. You don't have to argue politics and stuff, but you can talk to somebody who gets what you're talking about. Your sarcasm, your jokes, because he's thinking of relocating to that province. I said, dude, don't do that. Butuan is only 30 minutes away. You move to Butuan first. Then if you want to go to the province, you go to the province. Don't do the other way. You're going to be miserable. You're not a spring chicken. You're in your late 60s. What about the hospital? What about other foreigners to talk to? The things that you need are going to be in Butuan. You move your ass to Butuan first. That's anybody out here. You talking about moving to the Philippines? Don't move straight to the damn province. No matter what that woman's trying to convince you to do, don't do it. It's a big, big mistake. He says manipulation. Yeah, including all of us. He said a mass human awakening is required to change this reality, but there's too many distractions. We're worried about who's going to win the NBA championship. It's not going to affect you. Oh, yeah, you come from there, it fills you with pride for about 5 seconds, and then the season starts over again. Come on, guys. Wake up. You've been woke too long. Okay, no matter how good a season you got, now it starts over. That shit gets old. It's just like me as an insurance man. No matter how good of a month I had for April, May 1st rolls around, they forget all about that. You could set the whole country on fire, be the #1, have the most sales in the history of the company. If you don't pull your weight in May, they can fire you. Crazy. Yes, yeah, mostly fear though, mostly fear. He said, my dad used to say, if you're saying anything about the problem, then you'll become a problem. Yeah, why? So yeah, someone please tell me. Man, this is why I used to ask my mother. I said, why do white people hate us so much? What did we do to white people or the government or whatever it is to make them hate us so much? But it's put into your mind. The same thing is going on now, 53 Shades Darker. They made us hate Bin Laden. They make up stuff. They want you to think one little man is causing all this havoc around the world. So they make you hate him. They made us hate Saddam Hussein. The media is powerful. It's propaganda. That's why they call it that. So if all you're showing is if all you're showing is the negative side of the black life in America, it's going to be easy to hate us. You're going to hate yourself. If you say big lips are bad and all of that stuff, then guess what? You're going to start hating your big lips and your broad nose. If you say, white is all right, brown stick around, but black get back, you're going to start, if you hear that over and over and over and over, you're going to start believing it. That's why we hate each other. But when you wake up to the bullshit, man, and you say to people, hey, look, man, I'm your brother. We're 99.8% identical. I didn't have anything to do with the color of my skin. I was born into this world, into this skin. I had nothing to do with it. So why should I have to pay such a high price for it? Nobody wants to give you an answer. Oh, it's just the way it is. Well, let's change it. Damn it. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay. Do it. Y'all won't listen to nobody. Shut up. I don't care because I don't have a microphone. I get passionate about it. I can yell if I want to. Where does it say I can't yell? A bad stereotype. Who gives a fuck about stereotypes, stupid? That's your problem. You care about what people think. Give a damn, they ain't paying my bill. They're not doing anything for me. Tell me what to do because you want to be a damn Sambo over there and lay down, worry about, I got to act a certain way when nobody else has to act a certain way. People know who I am. I'm 61 years old. Hell, what's he talking about? He said the province has Sabutuan gets thick real fast. Best to start just on the edge of the city first and just visit our family on the weekend or something like that. It's usually how it works. Y'all don't understand these provinces, man, are thick. They're really remote. A lot of them you can't handle. You're not ready for it. You can't walk from the frying pan far into the forest. What you doing? There's no grocery stores around. Everything's a sorry store. So every time you go to the store, you got to make this long jeepney ride, a bus ride to the city. This shit gets old, man. You start out and get your feet wet. Learn the Filipino culture, how things move around here. You ease into this. You don't just jump into it. Got talking about stupid. I'm not blaming Whitey. I'm blaming the system. Stupid. Blaming Whitey. He says, Cal, sadly, I think the only thing that can save humanity is aliens attacking Earth and realizing they don't care about our skin colors, religions, or nationalities. They just want humans dead. Well, we're certainly going to be the end of ourselves, okay? He's Canadian, yeah. Yeah, tell Trump to speak softer. You know, we've got to stay in our lane. We got to be good Negroes. That's why I left there. The hell with that. Shut me up then. Go on to another damn channel. You clowns are afraid. That's the problem. That's why nothing's going to change. They got you afraid. That's why you're in that damn routine you in right now. You scared to move. You don't. You even doubt your own damn talent and your own capability. I got to stay tied to this damn hamster wheel. Yeah, that's right. You know, that's the whole point of it. The media is too powerful. And we look at social media the same way now. They'll try to shut me down some kind of way because they don't like people like me. Okay, giving out real information. So they'll come up with, oh, he's exploiting Filipino women and human trafficking. They'll try something because they say, we got to get this Negro off of here. He's spitting too many facts. He might overturn some stuff. Just because if you just say something simple like, well, you know, Filipino people, they've never seen a black person be treated so eloquently as they're going to see this Miss Universe Philippines. They lose their minds because I say that. When that's a 100% fact. They've never seen a black face put on a pedestal like they're going to see them put her on a pedestal. Surrounded by bodyguards everywhere she go. People want just to touch her clothes. Hey, saying this, saying that. She's on billboards, television. She's going to change the whole fabric of this country. And it's about time. Okay? It's about time. Because color matters, obviously. Okay? Well, they're in denial. Yeah, he says that's why the old Southern bigots fought so hard against integration. They knew their kids would find out through contact that the brainwashing they heard at home was bullshit. Absolutely. Okay. When I was the same way. I was brainwashed because I went to school up into the 6th grade with all black kids. You know, that's just how it was. But when we moved out into the county, the suburbs, for the first time in the 6th grade, I went to a middle school. This is before busing, though. It was integrated. It was blacks and whites. Well, hell, the smartest one in the class. I'm confused. I'm like, well, damn. I thought white people were superior to me. And this is when I really start asking questions. Yeah, that's okay. No. Sorry. I'm who I am. Okay. Let me tell you something. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. This is who I am. You're not going to change me. Okay. I've been this way for 4 years. That's why people like me. That's why my channel is growing, continues to grow and get more popular and reach more people. You're not going to come on my channel with that. I only yell when I'm excited about certain things, and race gets me excited. And talking about, oh, it doesn't exist, color doesn't mean anything, and like that. So bye, man, with all of that. Go on, Old Dog, New Tricks, and all them. You guys give them more respect than you give me. Oh, I wonder why. Get over here with all that foolishness. You never hear them say anything about them people. Go read their comments and then read the comments under my videos. Y'all hate an intelligent black man. That's all it is. I'm not going to bow down to any of you fools out there. How about just stay in your lane, sunshine shoulders. Be quiet. You're gonna wake the white man up. He's gonna press more. He's gonna apply more pressure on our neck. Well, leave. Do something about it. Fucking cowards. The reason why we're in the fucking situation we are now. If you talk about terrorists, guess who should be the damn terrorists over there? All the hell we done been through. And then you get excited. You see a black man like me speak out about it and say, I'm tired of it. And you talking about, oh, lower your voice, sunshine shoulder. Somebody's going to hear you. Get off my channel, you weakling. The reason why shit ain't changed. Read the book, The Miseducation of the Negro. He wrote that in 1934. It's relevant to the day. Yeah, they can't handle the truth. Don't tell me. They got the nerve to get on my channel and tell me to pipe down. Y'all some cowards, man. I mean, really. And then y'all bring that shit over here and be cowards. And hide behind keyboards and stuff with initials. And you don't have your picture. I'm brave enough to get on here and show you my face, where I live and everything, and speak my truth. Until you can do that, shut the fuck up and mind your own business. Fuck off my channel. Yeah, that bullshit he was talking. Yeah, but no, but see, he's putting the country down. He's not speaking truth. He's slandering and libeling the country. It's a difference in what I'm doing. I'm not talking what he's talking about. You know, he needs to be, they need to get rid of his channel. He ain't spitting no damn truth. He's liable and slandering the damn country. Why would you do that? If you're unhappy, get the hell out of here then. Shit. Hey, the channel ain't spitting no damn truth, Frank. Come on, man. This channel's negative as hell. He said who's willing to trade places. You know. Yeah, they support them. And then, you know, some of these Negroes, they won't become members on my channel. They're afraid of being associated with me, but that's what they'll do. They'll go down there and become members. Don't get me started. I'm not a racist. I don't have the power to be the racist. I'm not ignorant enough to be a racist. You got to be real ignorant to be a racist. You know, my mother raised us better than that. You almost have to be literate because there's enough information. We live in an age of information now where there's no excuse for that. Yeah, he's a classic colonizer. Yeah, who speaks and is living on his own terms. Yeah, get out of here, man. That's right. But you're not going to come on my channel and tell me to pipe down. I'll be civilized. Act like a regular person. They're going to think we're different. There's nothing, when people hate you, there's nothing you can do to make them love you. I'm sorry. That's not what I'm on here to do. I'm not trying to get people who don't like me to like me. I mean, just stay away from me. I ain't going to tell them, man. They cowards. That's why nothing changes. Okay? He says, how's my energy level? Now, they way off out there. You see me now. My energy level is off the roof now. Sex drive off the roof. Guys, I do my morning workout, and then I do 10,000 steps now. This no sugar thing is no joke, guys. If you want to change your life, put that sugar down. Okay, put it down. This is I'm 18 days into this. I'm not going to do a video for 3 more days. Come and watch my videos. I'm being cut up and I'm not even working out a whole lot. The fact I don't have that poison in my system. I haven't eaten any cakes, cookies, cokes, candy, bread, rice, potatoes, pasta, processed sugar. None of that bullshit. Yeah, I'm eating sugar from watermelon because I've given everything else up. Only for this month. I'm going to balance it out after my 30 days. But who knows? I might go 60 days. I might go 90 if I'm not satisfied with the results. Okay. Yeah, he said my eyes are really clearing up. They are, man. I'm not on here. I want to show you for real. I could easily cheat, man. But why would I want to cheat myself? I really want to see what happens when I put that stuff down. And it's almost been like a miracle. I'm almost like a new guy now. He said the spook was sat by the door. But the miseducation of the Negro is true. Okay. After slavery, they needed somebody to come and teach the black kids. Well, guess who they sent? White people. Okay. And it was the same thing with all that rhetoric and all that indoctrination and propaganda. Look at the education system now over there. They tell you about what everybody else did, but they don't tell you about the black man and his contributions to the world. Not just in America, I'm talking about the world. We indoctrinated animals. We bought the world still. Language, the written word. Okay? All of that, guys, came from black people, but they don't teach you that. They teach you that we're somehow unnatural, that we haven't done anything. Okay? They teach you about everything else but who you really are and what you contributed to the world. It's a lie. It's all propaganda, and they know it. So I'm not afraid to talk about the things I'm talking about. Yeah, he really hated black people. They all did. Lincoln hated black people. I think he didn't even free all slaves. He only freed the slaves in the North. And he only did it so he could try to bring the two parties together. He didn't want to split the country. He didn't do it because he loved black people. But that's the story you get. So he's so famous. Oh, thank you. But to the slaves down south, he did not free them because he had no power down there. They didn't recognize him as the president. Man. So yeah, y'all got me hyped up today when you talk about race. I'm 61. I'm gonna die with this bullshit. Okay. Period. Yeah, it's so easy to eat right. Over here it is. But you have to make a concerted effort. Marilyn made me some chili yesterday, guys. This was without beans, though. I said, don't put them beans in there. It was as perfect of chili. It just went out. Every time I put a serving in my mouth and I could smell everything, it just reminded me, I thought I was at home. I mean, it was perfect. And then, of course, she sprinkled the onions on top and then the shredded cheddar cheese. Oh, it was so delicious. It's the only thing that sticks to my belly. It's the only thing that satisfies me. I can eat as much chicken as I want. I'm not going to feel full and satisfied. All the vegetables, all the fruit, I haven't felt stuffed since I started. You know what bread does and rice does and sugar and cokes, they bloat you. I haven't felt that in 18 days. See? And you can just feel yourself getting lighter and, you can look at my face, man. Go back on some of my videos and watch my face. I look like, and my face was this big. It's shrinking, man. My stomach, look at my morning workout, man. You can see the six-pack coming in. It's not going to be long, guys. I'm going to be cut and shredded like hell for a 61-year-old man. Merlin's already astonished, even before I did this. Because over here, a 61-year-old man is old to them. Remember, we're not in America. We're in the Philippines. You're not supposed to do the things I'm doing. And it really amazes her and people that when she tells them, yeah, he's 61, they can't believe it. And he's still doing that because they'll ask her, is he coming? Yeah, he's coming. You know, because a lot of guys, they reach my age, they're not coming. It's just that dust is coming out. Nothing but a cloud of dust. No. I'm anxious to see what my testosterone level is. I'm going to get it tested somewhere over here. I'm anxious. I know it's way up there. I know it's over 300. It has to be. I probably got the testosterone level of somebody half my age. He said, the bags under my eyes are so bad, I call them luggage. Because of you, I've lost weight and started working out. So thanks for always bringing it up on your channel. It's very important. Look, man, look, I'm going to tell you something. Look at my eye bags. They should look like boxing gloves. They're slowly but surely going down. It's early in the morning still, really, over here. But they're half what they used to be. And I bought creams, lotions, everything, spent a lot of money trying to get these things to go down. It wasn't until I started getting better rest, which you're going to sleep better when you get off that sugar. You sleep better, man. It's deeper. Okay, I'm getting at least 7 hours of sleep every night. That helps. The inflammation in my bones, you know, your skin clears up, your eyes clear up. Your energy level's crazy. Okay, I'm getting ready to get off here anyway. And you're drinking so much water now.
Daddy, how they?
Okay. What? I'm getting ready to. Get out of here. 3 liters of water a day is nothing now. Because there's no Cokes. There's no flavored water. And all that other stuff that used to take the place, you know, for people who drink beer and all of that, see, energy drinks, that was replacing the water.
I want to eat Oreos.
Okay, give her Oreo in there, please. He said all the haters saying she'll never make it. Mostly people here in our own country are hating. It's on her page. Had that been the other mix with white, you wouldn't have had none of that. Well, yeah, because, you know, but you can't blame them. They've never seen anything like this before. They're sitting back. Most of them are waiting to see what happens. So when she wins the crown, oh, yeah, we're so proud. But if she don't, oh, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have sent a black woman there. Okay. Not realizing how poorly the last Miss Philippines did in Miss Universe. See? Okay, there's a lot of pressure riding on her shoulders. Okay, but she's going to change this country forever. She's already done it. Okay, I'm so thankful. I was alive to see it. But it shows you that things are changing, man. You know, people are tired of this stuff. They're waking up to the fact that this is bullshit. I mean, you know. He said, Cal, the reason you make positive changes is because you are not afraid to be honest with yourself. This is inspiring. That's right. That's one thing I learned in recovery. To be honest with myself, to be true to myself, man. You know, I can lie to the whole world. I got to look in the mirror. You know, I was suffering, man. I was addicted to sugar. Just like I was addicted to crack cocaine, alcohol, cigarettes, and all that stuff. But until I could admit that, until I was, you know, no longer in denial, it's the only way I was only going to get some help. You know, secrets kill people like me. I don't have any secrets. Imagine if I'd have kept everything from you guys that I've told you over the last almost 4 years. Don't you know some troll would already dug it up and made videos, you know, this guy Cal was a crackhead before, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that, and was homeless and this and that. I already told you because I'm proud of my journey. Okay? Did I ask for it? No, but it's what you get when you're meddling. When you're going against what your mother and other people in authority tell you and advise you to do when you think, oh, I know better than you. My mother told me a long time ago when I was probably about 7 or 8, the dangers of drugs and alcohol. And I adhered to it until I was 12 and I forgot everything she said. Peer pressure. So I picked up the very first time I got high, we smoked two, it was 3 of us. Those other 2 guys are dead, by the way. May they rest in peace. We was the 3 amigos. We had 2 joints and we had a lead, well, it was a quart of Stroh's beer apiece. And I was petrified when I went home because I said, oh man, I let my mother down, you know. But when she didn't notice it on me, and it just made me feel different. I kept doing it. So by the time I was 14, I was a full-blown drug addict and alcoholic at 14 years old. So any promise of a bright future that people used to see for me really was slowly being eaten away. You know, when I was in the 8th grade, man, people thought the NBA was, I mean, the NFL was just a foregone conclusion for me. I look like a man, you know, playing against boys. Okay, and all of that, but they didn't know that behind the scenes I'm getting high. I'm losing interest in school. I'm losing interest in sports. All I want to do is get high and hang out with the guys and drink Night Train, because that was a big deal back in our day. If you could drink a pint of Night Train, you know, by yourself, it was a big deal. And by the time I graduated, man, you know, the service really gave me some time off from all that. You know, not drinking though. So once I got out of the service, man, it was back to normal. All those great jobs I had, I lost them. Okay. So I didn't get sober until I was 35 years old, man. Okay. People they thought I would never change. When we bought our first house, which I was, let's see, I got sober at 35, 1998. 6 years later, we bought that house. People couldn't believe it. I heard my wife's sister tell us, she said, how did he get this house? And she told him, he did everything you did to get yours. They were shocked. They said, you know, they think, you know, once a loser, always a loser. Once a crackhead, always a crackhead. They don't realize the power of a made-up mind. When you make up your mind, guys, you're halfway there. Nothing can stop you. See? The haters, the trolls, nothing, no woman, no legislature, no racism, nothing. I made up my mind that stuff's not going to get in my way. Nothing can stop me. I'm going to live until I die. I'm going to live, really live the way I want to until I'm dead. And then it really not going to matter. They can't follow, they're not going to follow me to my grave. Okay. They said, you dirty puppy. He said, damn it, Sunshine Shows. I just joined your channel and you were talking about the race car. It made me smile. Bravo, bravo. Hey, thanks, you dirty puppy. Now, this is a good guy. Been coming to the Philippines for about 40 years or something. Over 40 years. And he doesn't have a channel, though. The people who really know a lot of stuff about Philippines, they don't have a channel. They want to stay low key. If I'd have known all the bullshit that comes along with having a channel, maybe I wouldn't have started my channel. But on the flip side of that, man, just the beautiful people I met, like you dirty puppy, Clay, okay, just John. You know, these are white guys, by the way, because I don't discriminate. Franz, Sydney, Cornelia, I mean, there's so many, Angelo Habib, Vince Lawson, I mean, I could just keep going. People have come over, Marcus, to my house, John Thomas, stayed in my, hundreds, mainly white guys that slept in my bed, slept in my house, guys. I'd have missed all of that. All the meet and greets. Okay, Anthony Williams, man, I can name so many guys, I'm gonna tell you. Okay. But a lot of people don't want that drama. Okay. When the haters start coming on me, I say, well, Cal, you must be really doing something. If they hate you that much, What are you saying? What are you doing to make them hate you so much? Okay, you got to ask them. Yeah, a cloud of dust. Well, believe it or not, we take this for granted. But there's guys over here, as you get older, you can't come anymore. And for some reason, they like that because they talk amongst each other. You know, is he coming, or is he just there beating you to death, making you sore? And a lot of times that's what they're doing. Well, nothing's coming out, don't get her. They just take them Viagra pills and just beat the woman to death, basically. So they're amazed when Maryland tells them, yeah, because I remember when we had the meet and greet and morning glory grill in Lapu Lapu. Derek Q set it up. The women always sit together. Well, that was the conversation that day with the women. How often do y'all have sex? And one woman said once a month. I was shocked, and one said, a few times a week. Maryland said every day, and they couldn't believe it. It's like, he's too old. No, because Maryland said once a month, once a week, that wouldn't be enough for Calvin. He wouldn't be satisfied with that. So yeah, I'm putting it down. Okay. But because, I'm taking better care of myself. And I encourage other people to do it. You're not too old, man. It's what they tell you. You know what they do to old stuff in America? We replace it or we throw it away. But we're like fine wine, man. It just gets better with time. That's all, guys. But I'm going to get off of here because I still got to go to the store. I went yesterday, but I forgot some stuff. And now I owe her mother 500 something pesos. She bought my package for me. But thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for me, man. He said, Ron lost to Cal. You should not be the only one saying what you're saying. Truth is truth. Keep it up, Cal. Yeah, but I'm not going to slander anything. I'm just talking about life. I'm a guest in this country, and I don't pay attention to the man-made structures and the man-made problems anywhere I go. I pay attention to nature. And this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I can focus on that negative stuff if I want to, but there's no truth in that. That's not going to help anybody. Okay? I do tell you about some of the pitfalls to try to avoid and everything like that. Some of the differences that you're going to encounter because you're coming from the West. But I'm never going to slander a place. Not that I'm living here, that I'm a guest and they welcome me here. So that old Philippine troop and all that, man, that's slander. That's libel. That's negative. It's not helping you. I'm going to do just a general, I'm going to do a video. My next video is going to be the topic we were talking about on my members only live stream yesterday about some things you should know before traveling to the Philippines, because I take it for granted that people know this stuff. So I won't talk about it. I don't talk about it again. But we're all not at the same starting point. Some of you guys have been following me for 4 years. You've been over here several times. You know that. But there's others who just come on board, who just become interested in the Philippines. So they don't know about bringing, crisp $100 bills, or they don't know anything about the girlfriend experience, or that you have an option, that you don't have to be involved with women over here. They don't know about, do I need a visa or not? Should I buy a round trip ticket or not? They don't really consider this stuff, and what gave me the idea was my buddy, John Thomas. He came over here. This guy's from Harlem. He's not a spring chicken. He's quite intelligent. He's on a hell of a diet. Looks good. But he knew nothing about coming to the Philippines. And I was shocked. And I said, man, I put that on me because I don't talk about it enough, because I think I take for granted that you know it already and you're going to get bored. But I don't care. A lot of my videos I make, I just make so that be on record. So somebody someday can come back and look at this stuff, mainly my kids, and say, oh yeah, look at my father. Look what he's talking about. He said, there are more than 60 names for added sugar. Processed sugars are poisons for the body. Yeah, but I'm not even taking it that deep, because I'm going to tell you, if you look in something as simple, you would think, the reason they put sugar in a lot of things is to help preserve it. Sugar preserves the product longer. It increases the shelf life. So something you wouldn't even think sugar would be in, it's in. Look on the back of it, like the chili mix I was making to put in the my ground beef. It's in there, but I'm like, I don't go that far. I'm talking about the granulated sugar, the candy, cookies, cokes, cakes. The stuff that I know that's there. I mean, I would have to, the amount of added sugar in some of these products is so tiny, they won't affect you. You'd have to eat a tremendous amount of it, but this white sugar, brown sugar, and all that, and man, that will kill you. That's what I was addicted to. I'm not going to sit there and read every, I'm just not going to do it like that. I'm not going that far. I'm addicted to it. I know I am. I'm talking about where you taste it, the sugar, and it lingers in your system. It's a difference, okay? Taste stevia, any of those other sugar substitutes, right? Man, the minute it may taste sweet the first, second, but it's gone. Sugar lingers, it stays around on your tongue, man. It's satisfying. See, that's the sugar I'm talking about. That was in my bloodstream. It was in my bones. When I stopped, I had withdrawal symptoms like a heroin addict. And I've never used heroin. It's worse than getting off cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for 10 years. It was nothing compared to sugar, because the withdrawal symptoms are still with me now after 18 days. When I stopped smoking cigarettes, the first week they were gone. I've never had a cigarette since. That's been over 20 years, about 22 years. I haven't had a cigarette. But this sugar is a whole other level. You praying people over there better pray that they never outlaw sugar, because women will be out here selling their bodies, and you'll be stealing hubcaps off cars to get a hit of that sugar. It's dope. That's what it is. But you're in denial about it. And it's killing you. But it's your life. It's your body. We're trying to put a stop sign in front of the cemetery. At least a yield sign. But you guys are running red lights. You're running stop signs. You don't care, because you think you're invincible. You're not going to die. But guess what? You're going to die. If you don't hear nothing else that on this whole 2.5 hour live stream, hear this. You're going to die. It's either going to be sooner or later. The choice is yours. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Thank y'all for your time today.